I'm Jason with the All Things Open team. We're here with Bryan. We're going to talk about the next generation of developers, an AI future, and emerging technologies. Welcome to the We Love Open Source Studio, Bryan. Please introduce yourself to the All Things Open community.
Hello, I am Bryan Liles. I am a 30-year developer. I currently work at Amazon in our data space, but I spend a lot of time thinking about, I'm getting older, and I would like to see more people have the types of success and experiences that I have, in and out of tech, to tell you the truth. So that's where my mind is right now.
Got it. Well, let's get right into it. What's exciting about growing the next generation of developers, and why is it important to you?
All right, so I didn't have, back in 95, I didn't have any mentors, I didn't have any schooling, but I saw that I could do a lot of the things that these other people who I thought were really smart were doing. And I always told myself that if I had the opportunity, no one ever would have to go through this ever again. So that led me on a path of making sure that I'm always mentoring and bringing people along and sponsoring folks. But really what it comes down to is that I'm only on this world for a little bit, and I've had some good successes. Someone else should be able to have those as well. And I want to make it easier for you.
That's a cool story. I like it. I want to dive into AI's role in development. Do you think AI is going to replace developers?
No. Cloud didn't replace data centers. People are still out there coding in COBOL today, and Ada and Modular 2 and a whole bunch of other things. We always get new tools in tech, but there's rarely cases where we actually replace tech. I think AI is going to make us better. And unfortunately, I think to be really good with AI right now, you need a little bit of experience and understanding what good outcomes look like. But I don't think that, I think there are classes of work that might go away, but I don't think it's going to replace developers. Developers are going to evolve with the tech.
Great answer. I love it. Well, as we look to the future, what can developers do now to prepare themselves for an AI future?
Oh, well, this is actually the best time ever. Go out there, pick your poison. You want some Gemini, go use that. You want some ChatGPT, go use that. You want some Claude, go use that. Type in literally anything, and then just keep on pulling that string. And now there's no barrier. There's no excuse for you saying, oh, I didn't know Python. Oh, I don't know Rust. Well, just go tell it you don't know Rust. Make it easy for me. So I think everyone, if you have a computer, and that's not everyone has access to compute. But if you have a computer right now, you should be able to make something in the next 30 minutes to an hour that will impress you better than you've ever made before. And so I just want more people to take those opportunities.
Give it a try. Take the leap. What existing technologies are critical for AI to be successful?
Oh, well, I'm going to jump wholly out of tech and just say power. I don't think people think about power and how fragile, but resilient our power system is in the United States. So we have to figure out ways to provide more power to, whether it be data centers or not, for, powering these GPUs, because they're power hungry. Other things we need to think about is, I still think that I'll always say that we need to go back to a fundamentals of education in tech. If you are a developer listening to this and you can't tell me anything about Bayes' theorem, I want you to go back to your Stats 101 class, because fundamentals never go anywhere.
I love it. That's great. You've had a front row seat to building cloud technology, which I'm a little jealous of. Outside of AI, what's exciting about the emerging technology space, and what other technology should we be talking about instead of AI?
Oh, okay. Well, this is it's not AI technically, but data. We will never have less data than we have right now. And so not just thinking about, AI tools, but thinking about data tools and data. Like I came here to the conference today or yesterday and talked about Apache Iceberg, like looking at what Iceberg means for data lakes and querying huge amounts of data and the patterns that come from that. I think that we should look at how databases are merging and evolving. So a company, Databricks, they bought a Postgres compatible database. Think about that. That's very neat. What I really like about tech right now is that we prove that none of this is stagnant. We are continuing to evolve what we think the state of the art is. And it's so amazing to be a technologist right now.
Since you mentioned it, can you tell us what Apache Iceberg is?
Yes, Apache. Okay.
I love this. So it's
All
going to
right,
geek out.
this will be great, and I'm going to give you a very high level description. So if you go into the library and you want to find a book, what do? Well, do you walk and look at all the shelves and then go through every single book to find the book you want? No. I was born in 1900s. I was taught the Dewey Decimal System and to use the card catalog. But now you'll probably just go and if you even go to the library, I'm a big supporter of libraries, by the way. If you go to the library, you'll go to the computer and you'll just search, and it'll tell you, what row, what shelf, and that's how you find your books. So Apache Iceberg is very similar. So if you have this thing called a data lake, and really all a data lake is you have some kind of storage, and I'll just say Amazon S3 as the storage, and you just put all your files in there. And it could be structured data, like data that actually has a structure, like imagine a spreadsheet, or it could be unstructured data, like I wrote this doc. And what Iceberg can allow you to do is be able to, first of all, search that using something like SQL. It doesn't actually say what type of SQL you should use, and it supports all sorts of neat features like I can snapshot, I can go back and look at all the other queries, I can look at my data, how it looked yesterday. I can rewrite the data without actually moving the data. Yeah, it's basically, hey, you know what? I want SQL for, and I'm going to air quote this, big data, and it's absolutely an amazing tool. It is actually going to change the world.
Cool. Thanks for sharing that. I'm going to change gears just a little bit. Do you have a new tool that you've been using to boost your own productivity?
All right. So at the day job, I'm a big user of Amazon QCLI, which is a CLI. So I'm in my terminal using the CLI to chat with AI. Use that literally every day. And then we've also released something called Amazon Curo, which is it's VS Code like, and you can do your Gen AI stuff in there.
Cool.
But actually, I use that to I find that I write way more tools now. I wrote my own personal assistant. I have my own deep researcher. So I'm actually finding that I'm using more of my own tools rather than tools in open source. And I try to share whatever I think is good, but I just feel so empowered that there's no excuse for this does not exist anymore.
Love it. Do you have a tip, best practice, or any career advice that you could share with the All Things Open community?
Oh, wow. All right. I'm going to say one, and then maybe I'll have another one. So I was talking with a gentleman here yesterday, and I said, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm in ML and AI. And I'm like, oh, well, what does that mean? And he's like, he didn't say anything after that. And I said, oh, wow, okay. So here's a secret just for everyone to know about how getting jobs and industry works. The best people are not in the best jobs in every case. What they did is they said the right thing, they did the right thing, and they were in the right place with the right person at the right time. So you never know when that's going to happen. And I'm a big believer that luck is opportunity versus time's preparedness, how prepared you are. So here's what I'm saying. Create a lot of opportunities for yourself, but be prepared. If you say you're in ML and AI and someone's like, what do? You should 100% be like, oh, I do this and I do this and that means I do this and I do this and I do this. And then just keep on moving. That's what I think separates a lot of folks from, the winners from the not so winners, because I don't want to call anyone a loser.
Great advice. Thanks, Bryan. Are you ready for the Hot Fix Minute?
Let's do it.
Okay. Don't overthink it. It'll just be fun. Linux, Mac, or Windows?
Mac.
Books, movies, or podcasts?
Oh, wow. Podcast.
Pizza, salad, or tacos?
All of them.
Rock, country, or hip-hop?
Hip-hop.
Star Wars, Star Trek, or stargazing?
Star Wars.
Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini?
ChatGPT.
And the future of AI will be helper bots or a robot takeover?
Neither. I'll just say helper bot.
Cool. All right, Bryan, you survived the hot fix minute. Thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for having me, and have a good day.
Thank you.